What is something that is sexualized that you wish wasn't? A popsicle. Man, just let me deep throat that S in peace. And bananas. Lollipops. Candy canes. I just want to eat without weird looks/comments. Do you know how many foods are shaped like dicks? The best kinds. Great movie. Massage. Like, dude, if you're going to offer me a massage when my body hurts, then acutely massage me. I'll let you touch my but in a minute, just FFS, please rub my muscles out. I got a professional massage one time and had to sign a thing saying that I was cool with the glutes being included. Then the lady spent all her time on my shoulders and back and didn't touch my butt even once. I felt cheated. As a woman, glutes and pectorals. I've had exactly one massage therapist who I had a good enough relationship with where both she and I were comfortable saying, "Hey, what about glutes and pecs?" I moved 2 years ago and I still miss her. Eating anything remotely cylindrical. You know how many foods are shaped like dicks? The best kinds. They thought I was possessed by some sort of devil. Superb, it is phenomenal. You're doing God's work, my friend. Step brother/sister. Going on your knees or bending over. I always hesitate to pick up things and often reposition myself. Take a knee to pick things up. Squat instead of bending at the back. Works for me. Children. It's insane. Oh my goodness. Cannot agree more. Years ago, a major retailer sold thongs for girls in the 10 to 11-year-old range. Currently attempting to find the article. It was horrifying. Then there is the whole thing of having pants written across the arse of pants, which are clearly marketed towards young girls and tweens. Daddy. That's exactly what I came here to say. As a father of two, I hate it. As a daughter with a close relationship with her father, I also hate it. I called my dad Daddy when I was little. I too hate it. Student-teacher relations. The other day I was doing a project with this girl who was complaining that in one of her other classes, all the teacher did was talk about her favorite student, and then she said there might be something going on, and I hate that shit. As a male middle school teacher, one of the first things I was told is to never have a female student in your classroom while alone because of what the student may accuse you of, or b, what the other teachers may think. So when a female student needs help on her HW after school, for example, I need to relocate from my classroom to a public place where other adults can supervise, as if I'm a pedophile and sexual predator. The other lesson I learned immediately was to never have any physical contact with a female student. If you have a good relationship with a female student and she hugs you, you must throw up your hands and back away as if she's contaminated, which really sucks. Because not only have there been plenty of female students that I would have loved to give a hug to, but also because of the rejection I imagine they feel from me in acting like I want nothing to do with them. None of this is sexual. They're innocent children. For God's sake. But rather an expression of father-daughter-like kind of affection. But male students that want extra help alone in my classroom or want to give me a hug, no holds barred. When an adult man wants to be friendly with children, it's always sexualized. How are we supposed to find the next Mr. Rogers if we keep accusing every man of perversion the second he shows interest in just being nice to kids? My dad often talks to kids, like from 5 to late teens, because he claims that kids aren't often taken seriously. He encourages actual conversation and critical thinking, and never claims their worries being silly or laughs at them. I'm always scared someone will freak out and start accusing him of stuff, but thankfully no one ever has. I have though seen people being salty that their kids spend so much time around his workshop. He has a workshop that has an outside area and kids usually come to him when he's working outside, and then I think to myself, yay, kids actually like being taken seriously. Go figure. Having friends of the other gender. Oof, I hate this whole thing. In elementary school a boy once called on the home phone and asked for the homework, and I got made fun of for weeks after this. Going to school or going to see Jake today. New boyfriend. mate, and he doesn't listen to what the math homework is, and now I'm apparently destined to marry him. Now, I'm 21F. I can't get coffee with a guy friend that my boyfriend is aware of and have been friends with years prior to dating boyfriend, without everyone asking, oh, does your boyfriend know? What happened to boyfriend? Troubles in paradise? Like, can we grow up? People as soon as they turn 18. I was so scared to turn 18. I'm 20 now, but I was also horrified to turn 20 all because of me being sexualized. I've dealt with way too many people who counted down the days until I turned 18 because they would message me on Facebook when I was 15 to 16. Then realize how old I was. And then the wait began. The audacity of some people though. I can do and say whatever I want to her because she's 18. I'm no pedo. Yeah, but you are a sex offender. Friendship with the opposite sex. I like Hawkeye and Black Widow's relationship. Needs to be more like that. That's why Leslie Knope and Ron Swanson are one of my favorite friend duos on TV. The cervix. For whatever reason some men still think they should destroy it or need to push through or something. What? Bruh, if that happened it would be a medical emergency. For real. The fish and shark tail. So, I hate to ask, but, what? Just look it up and you'll see. Food. Cucumbers. Banana. Sausages. Melons. Milkshakes. etc. Milkshakes? My milkshakes bring all the boys to the yard. Damn right. Being nice. I hate when I'm decent towards a guy and they get pissed when I don't like them. I'm nice to everyone and am interested in no one. I'm also clueless when it comes to hints. So if anyone mistakes my natural courtesy as flirting and tries to flirt back, I unwittingly friend zone them because I just think we are being nice to each other. Yeah, natural courtesy and human decency should really not be considered flirting. Shoulders, knees, kids, etc. That went from 0 to 100 real fast. School uniforms. I never went to a school that had them, but I assumed that, for most people, the timing of when they and people around them would wear school uniforms just happens to line up with their sexual development, so it gets in their heads early and stays there. Understandable, but for other people, it probably just signals very young, very creepy. I wore one from age 5, so now. Corpse husband's voice. Leave the poor soul alone. Please. I understand that his voice is attractive, but please don't bring it up at all. I agree with you so much. Poor dude just doing his thing. But then fucking horny people being nasty. I was in one of his streams a while ago, and people were asking him to moan of all things. I do agree his voice is nice sounding. But to get wet over that, I feel so bad for him. It does seem that they are mostly teenage girls. But still, it doesn't excuse their behavior. The word daddy. My kid's gonna call me bro and shit. Bruh. IS myself. It's just like you're out drinking with the lads. Halloween costumes that shouldn't be sexy. SpongeBob, Elmo, schoolgirl, nuns, children's cartoon / game characters, etc. Men's costumes. Doctor, pilot, vampire. Women's costumes. Slutty nurse, slutty pilot, slutty vampire. I'm starting a movement to try to get guys to dress like slutty doctors, slutty pilots, even slutty vampires. True equality can only be achieved like this. There's no other way. Breastfeeding. At first I wanted to ask where this gets sexualized. Then I remembered how many lactation mods Skyrim has. Add the word public in front of breastfeeding, and you should see the issue. It is still problematic in many Western societies for women to feed their babies in public places without getting looked at like they are doing something obscene. Sleeping with someone. Sometimes it's just a sleepover, or sometimes you're just sleeping in the same bed. This is a peeve of mine as well. It's just a basic thing to do. I would like to share a bed with a friend, but that comes with sexual implications that are totally unnecessary. Everything and anything dang rule 34. Why did you draw that? Why did you do that? You didn't have to paint that in detail. Money. People getting stuck doing household chores. Yes, but how often does this even happen? Whenever your big tits get in the way of removing your torso from the dryer. Women getting murdered. Horror movies and reenactments. In shows like Cold Case Files, the woman murder victim is always wearing like sexy lingerie to get brutally killed in. Informative murder porn. Boobs. I never noticed how bad it was until I had my son. My uncle came over after he was born and said it was gross that his mother breastfed him. While I sat there breastfeeding my son. Please check yourself. I'm feeding my child. Nothing weird about that. Not to mention, formula is expensive and gives a lot of babies tummy aches. Clothing. Someone told me that he thinks I look super sexy in leggings and now I don't feel comfortable wearing them anymore. Would it help if I told you that you look super unsexy in them? Very much so. Thank you. Now speaking at the Ministry of Unsexy Walks. Basically the whole women's clothing industry. Why does everything have to be about how sexy she looks? Why is it butt, breasts and hips, and not back? Quote, what makes you feel comfortable? This is also one of the reasons, aside from big purse, that women's pants have horrible pockets. If any, the longer, looser, or slash and baggier your pants or shorts are, the more potential pocket space there is. Women's pants and shorts are rarely ever any of the above. My husband just bought me a pair of men's pajamas pants, and I was blown away by how much I could fit in my pockets. New favorite pants.